What's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to the show. What episode are we on now? Episode 62? How's it going, guys? I'm doing good. I'm stuffed, man. I took Delthius waifu out for a nice dinner at a restaurant. I normally don't eat big dinners, man, so I am like totally stuffed. I'm in a food coma right now, but we'll get through it, guys. How's it going? I appreciate Miss Clicker with the host as always, man. Thank you so much. Or the raid, I should say. I suppose there is a difference. What is the difference? Like the raid, I think the raid, like people gotta sign up for it, but I think the numbers like actually count for your channel. I think they do too in the host. I don't know, man. I don't know how to do this Twitch stuff, guys. I just pretend. So yeah, man, I'm doing good. I'm ready to get down on the show, man. Little bit light. Could use a couple more replays if anybody wants to submit at the last minute, man. Please feel free to do so. Let me get my controller. There we go. Oh, it's the controller. Oh, there it is. Okay, we're all set, you guys. Host people stay in hosters chat. Ray moves people to chat. Oh, really? Okay. I did not know that. I should probably know that. I've been streaming on Twitch for some time now. Anyways, guys, let's get the night started off right with some Vincent versus Bratmo. I think this is... They submit a lot, man. He's putting like 25, 26. I think this is his 25th submission, so... Pretty cool, man. I figured if I'm giving Premium Bo the ticker for the constant submissions, man, maybe I'll give it to Vincent too. I don't know. Alright, anyways, guys, let's get into it. Match number 1. Alright. Spawning on the left, we've got Bratmo. And his opponent to the right, Vincent. Okay, I think I fixed my skins. There might be a couple missing, but we got the wonderful TnTTV hopper. Looking sharp. Should have Lizard Wizards back. That's my main concern, man. That skin, that's my favorite skin. Lizard Wizards. So classic. And there's even the bullet for it too, where they shoot little fireballs. Like, come on, you guys. That's like one of the OG skins, if I remember correctly. Like, the Lizard Wizard skin's been around since like early September, I think. The Premium Owl skin. I don't think I have the Premium Owl skin. I actually just found a really good skin website. I should shout it out. That Yaris and Jeep have been putting together somewhat recently. Vincent over here. A little bit of mole shenanigans. Now, Bratmo, did Bratmo get the scout? Yeah, he knows something's going on because he scouted that his opponent only had 6 farms there. So the moles get built, but Bratmo does not see them. Vincent went home to eco up a little bit, and now the moles are going to come in. Should be able to take out this Warren, no problem, but Bratmo might sell it in time. Ooh, gets almost a full sell. Gonna have to sell these farms, though. A little bit late on that one sell, takes some damage there. Vincent's gonna try to commit for the pig, backs out, and the moles barely live. Run those moles back home to tell the tale, man. And eventually sell them off for food. Alright, so Bratmo got forced into making a turret early. He hasn't sold that yet. I imagine he'll sell it here soon. This is good Warren placement on Bratmo's behalf. Typically, whenever you're kind of spawned with high ground around your base, you want to try to secure that high ground with Warren placement. It is a bit riskier because your Warrens aren't going to be as guarded by the pig fire as normal, but it's usually a trade-off that you got to make. So I like it, and it doesn't look like Vincent is going to get aggressive anytime soon. And in fact, Vincent is messing around. Of course, we saw him last episode on the feast where he made basically every tier 3 unit and then moved out with them. He pointed out in replay too, he didn't lose a single unit, which is hilarious. But yeah, going for this straight tier 2 style, and let's see, man, if Bratmo is really on top of it, he should be able to identify that this is what's happening from Vincent and push in, because these tier 2 units are not going to be that powerful up front. Now, we did see Bonk last episode as well go for this heavy tier 2 style, and it kind of worked. Like, once you get out the skunk chameleon ferret composition, you know, that's a nice little tank DPS and AoE little triad going on. So we'll have to see. I think Bratmo's composition is just better on paper, obviously. I mean, tier 1 is pretty critical, Squizzard's pretty strong, But I feel like Brat Mode really should have moved out. Instead, he's trying to get up to his own tier 2, taking an expansion, and we're going to push this game off into the mid-game. Eris and Yope. It says Jeep. It literally says Jeep. How do you pronounce that? Is it Yope? I want to say the J is silent. That's what my brain is telling me. But my brain's not always correct, so there's definitely that. All right, where are we gonna take the game from here? I do need to get rid of the bat pigeons, dude. The pigeon headbang, man. Somebody was trying to make it happen. I think it was Vlad Lad. I requested a heavy metal bat, or a heavy metal pigeon rather, because their little sprites just happen to headbang like this. I was like, you know what would be dope on a headbanging unit? A mohawk, maybe a chain wallet, a face piercing. I don't know, I guess that's a pretty tall order for such small amount of pixels, though. Alright, Vincent's getting a bit ahead on this tier 2. Now, Bratmo's got to know what's up at this point. I mean, he has scouted a few times. He's only seen tier 2. And I feel like this army from Vincent, like, might actually become a thing if the game goes too long. But early on, without that tier 1, you're pretty vulnerable. But Bratmo instead is just deciding to gear up. Get out a lot of snakes, actually. Maybe, you know, snakes are pretty good against tier 2, so this might not be a bad response. Dude, how do you say J-O-E-P? Is it Yope? Or is it Jeep? I swear it said Yaris and Jeep. But Yope is a name I recognize. I guarantee you I'm not pronouncing that right. Alright, these moles kind of make up for the lack of traditional tier 1. And I know it does sound weird when I'm saying he doesn't have tier 1. I mean, obviously he has moles, but you don't really count moles. They're kind of a different unit. They're kind of like a pigeon, you know? Like if somebody's running pigeon and no squirrel or lizard, that's still kind of a no tier 1 deck, if that makes sense. I guess there should probably be a better way to, you know, better terminology for like squirrel and lizard. The critical tier 1s. But the ferrets here, man, these ferrets are probably going to get punished. Like Bratmo's got lizards, he's got snakes. These are units that can get up on these ferrets and knock them out pretty easily. Bratmo's gonna go for it. And let's see, does Vincent have enough tier 2 to deal with a more traditional army here? Looks like he does. Lots of snakes here from Bratmo, but they're not quite getting the work done that he needed. Man, that falcon stays alive too. That skunk will go down, so it's very costly for Vincent. But overall, he still has a couple of his army units remaining. Bratmo kind of got wiped there, but Bratmo's economy is starting to get ahead of Vincent, so Vincent needs to get some actual damage done here. Now he might be overextending. You know, is this handful of squirrels going to be enough to take out these units? So far, that it isn't. Oh, 1 HP out that snake, and he's going to have to back out. That hero snake, man. One HP, and it's going to regenerate so quickly with that additional reptile regeneration rate. Now, Vincent is spending a lot of money on this army. All of his units cost 60 food here, so it's not cheap when units for Vincent goes down. I'd almost like to see Bratmo just swarm with more tier 1, but I guess the skunks might make that a little bit difficult as you build too much tier 1 and those skunks just start getting too much value. This is what you need to do with the ferrets, man. You need to just get these pop shots off. He killed 2 tier 1 before the fight even began, which doesn't seem like a lot, but you know, little things like that add up over time. Nice position on the majority of these army units. Bratmo actually does some good target firing with the snakes, but he didn't quite stack the poison enough there. Like, he got like 1 stack of poison at all the different tier 2 units where he really needed 2 or 3. So units are going to back up for now and heal back up. But Bratmo does have the superior economy here. Now he's going to try to run around and hit Vincent when he's not prepared. And Vincent is just ignoring this counterattack and is going to move in here. No, now he decides, okay, I'm going to pull back, but the damage has been done. The third base has been denied for Bratmo. Is Bratmo going to hard engage? He's going to try to run away, which is always difficult in Tooth and Tail, man. I feel like Bratmo should have just stood his ground. It wasn't going to be a good fight either way, but all these units should die here. Even this poor little snake is going to die to poison. You would think snakes would be immune to poison, right? Just some food for thought, man. All right. Vincent's keeping the pressure on with more and more moles here. Gonna try to get in and prevent. Now, what Vincent's doing, if he could get this third base up, I mean, granted, he didn't really need it at the time, but, you know, it's kind of rough. Like, Bratmo has been taking lesser engagements, but he's had a better economy for quite some time. Vincent does have that second base, but he only half saturated it. But really, Vincent's just been winning these fights pretty handily, I feel like, especially the last few. So that economic difference is going to matter less and less. But I think the big important thing here is that Vincent is keeping Bratmo boxed in. Like, Bratmo really can't take a third base, so... I mean, yeah, he's still kind of alive for the time being, but once his second base up in the 12 o'clock position starts mining out, that's basically going to be curtains for him. Vincent's going to keep this pressure on continuously. I don't know if he's got enough to straight up break it, but he's going to try. This is a good area for Skunk Gas to get in, as everything's kind of choked up here. Getting on top of the infrastructure is Vincent. Now he's starting to do some real damage, and most of his units are staying alive. It looks like he's going to back out. Is he going to try to take that expansion? No, it looks like he's just going to stop for the time being. Even builds a farm on this front base. Pretty cocky move there from Vincent. But it is mainly just a move out of necessity where he's like, yeah, I'd rather put that farm on this base back here, but I don't really have time to leave the front lines and get that done. This is smart from Bratmo, man. Bratmo's just trying to get in behind Vincent and knock out that base, but he's going to get caught. He doesn't want to commit to the fight and lose this army. He's going to pick up this campfire, but now Vincent's in position to take this fight. That's just going to be too much damage for Bratmo. Bratmo's going to stay in the game for now, but I think Vincent's done it, man. I think if you open up and you see your opponent going for like 3 tier 2 and no tier 1, man, the proper response in situations like that, especially like 90% of the time, the proper response if your opponent is just doing something silly or unorthodox is just a flood tier 1, man. You know, like if your opponent's going for like a 5 farm tier 2 or something, the correct response to that, I feel like, is just building just so many squirrels, man, and running over them. Now that's going to be it for the match. Bratmo's going to stick around for a little bit longer, but he's got nothing left besides a couple pigeons, and Vincent takes the game. Uh-oh, am I dropping frames? Let me see. Ooh, I have dropped a few frames. What can I do about that? Boom, boom. Let me think. Alright, I'll keep my eye on it. How bad is it? It looks like I've only dropped, it says 3% of frames. Yeah, my connection is kind of bad. That's weird. Comcast, man, what can you do? I guess I can try to reset my internet. Another thing might be the server that I'm on Twitch. Is that the correct one? US East Miami. I think Atlanta might be better. Let's see. Let's see if it gets worse, guys. I'll keep an eye on it. If it gets worse, maybe I'll do a quick stream break and see if I can reset some things. I guess too many kids in my neighborhood are playing Fortnite right now or something. Alright, guys. Let's get into match number 2. Pretty minor. It's just noticeable. Okay. Alright, guys. Match number 2. Let's get into it. If I keep dropping frames, and maybe we'll take a 5-minute break or something. And I'll see if I can get that fixed. So, spawning at the bottom. I don't even know if I can attempt this name. Masto Klakaski. I'm just going to call him Kaxi. Yeah, okay, I think that's it. And at the top, his opponent, ProtoCam. Where are we dropping, boys? Dude. I've never played Fortnite, man. I never really got into just that genre, like PUBG and stuff. And what was it, H1Z1 before PUBG? Was DayZ the first, or was there something? I feel like there's another one I'm forgetting that might have been before DayZ. I don't know. ProtoCam trying to be sneaky here. This is a good spot to do it. If Masto doesn't notice, these turrets are going to get down. I don't know. Is that turret? I think that turret might be in range of the pig when it's walking forwards. Yep. So nice eye by Caxi here. Gonna scout this. Does the pig go down? It does. And now this is just gonna be annoying for Caxi here. Gonna try to get a few more turrets up and running. This was kind of cool to see, man. It's definitely cheesy, but it's nice to see different things in the early game. Kind of keep your opponents on their toes. ProtoCam gonna zip back to his base real quick. Throw down a farm and throw down a turret to try to help deal with any kind of counterattack. Come back to his base, and yeah, I think this is the right move from Caxi here. And I don't know if 3 squirrels is enough, but I think 4 is enough, right, to take down a turret. I mean, I guess the turret did lose some DPS, but 2 turrets is going to make this a bit more difficult. Hey, what's up, Vlad Lad? The original was Minecraft survival games. Was it, though? Yeah, unfortunately, Caxi bleeding off some squirrels there, realizes the damage has been done and taps out. We do see players come back from positions like that. It is rough. Oftentimes, the best thing to do is just kind of pack up shop and set up your gristmill somewhere else on the map. I think I used to see guys like Frog deal with that. Okay, are we still dropping frames? Okay. Dang, we are. We are indeed. I don't know what I could do, you guys. I could turn off my stream, but then I wouldn't have access to chat. What if I turned it down to 160p video quality on my end? Dude, I saw Frog in Chip from Space's chat over the weekend. Yeah, I saw him and Cyborg. All right, let's do another game. And let me know if I'm still dropping frames, guys. And if I am, then I guess I'll reset my internet or something. So let's do it. Match number 3. Okay, spawning on the right, we've got Amistria. And her opponent to left, Terran Love. Barbed Wire Fox, eh? Pretty interesting combo. Let me see if I can disable my Wi-Fi on my phone. See if that helps out any. Yeah, pretty interesting deck here from Terran Love. Barbed Wire Mine. Pretty neat combo. Again, I feel like mines are really, really great before the first couple mines go off, just because of the element of surprise. But Amistria is playing that tier 2 heavy style, opting to try to maybe end this game in the mid game. I'm thinking perhaps with a big skunk push, you know, ferrets if the opponent tries to turtle up. And if it starts getting too long, she's got the Falcons add in there for additional DPS. So far, nothing crazy. This is a pretty small map. Expansions do look better for Amistria here, as she's kind of got a nice second and third base on either side of her main, a fourth base down here in the 6 o'clock position. And this setup for Terran Love, like technically he's got 4 bases and he's got a base up here on the high ground, but it's really going to depend on who's going to be the aggressor first in this game, on how much this second base comes into play. Because Amistria, you know, with some ferrets could set up a really good siege up here, and then it would be very difficult for Terran to ever really expand. But if Terran Love can take this position up here on the high ground, maintain that second base. Look at this very, very fast Fox Rush, by the way. That is fast even by my standards. And so far it has not been scouted by Amistria. That's going to be really important. But the build that Amistria is going for here, this really standard 8 farm, 2 tier 1 into the tier 2, throw down a couple more tier 1 and push out when your skunks are done. Very powerful. Now Amistria does see the Fox den has been placed down. Slow Fox by my standards, says B-Boop. Yeah, man. Dude, the 4 farm Fox, I'll never forget it. That was a lot of fun. Can't believe I actually won a couple games off that. Okay, Amistria is coming in, and this is what I was talking about. If she can actually get this high ground position, all of a sudden this goes from a good map to a bad map for Terran. She doesn't know about these mines, though, so these mine hits could be absolutely enormous. Ooh, but does she see those mines going down? That's actually a big deal. Yes, she does. So now she knows that mines exist. But she still doesn't know about these mines. They get some okay connections, weaken the army here for Amicia, but not any real critical damage as she's going to move in and start putting on some pressure. Overall, though, Terran, for Terran's build, he holds that attack the best he could hope for, as this Fox is now almost out on the board. And that's going to make it real rough for Amicia, because really the only hard Fox answer she's got in her deck, it might be the barbed wire, but even still, the barbed wire is not necessarily ideal against the Fox. I like this play here, just letting that skunk kind of tank and knock out that barbed wire there. But now the Fox is here, automatically gets that skunk. And, with some good micro from Terran, he's going to get a lot of damage done. Amicia really needs to control this high ground to be able to deal with this Fox. Ooh, loses her commander. This is going to be brutal. Now Terran Love is free to just take a ton of free shots off with this Fox, get a lot of damage done. And now Amicia is in a tight spot. But the damage she did earlier is still kind of lingering, as Terran Love has never been able to really get his economy back up and running. As I say that, he does start planting down those farms, but those farms are already, halfway out the door at this point. So retaking them is not going to net a ton of value. 8 HP on this Fox. Terran Love's got to be careful. Gets it back for the time being. And now Amicia is seizing this high ground. If she can get this high ground, and oh man, if a couple pieces of barbed wire got put like right on where this ridge here, where this little ramp is, that would really box in this Fox. And then the Fox would have to run all the way around the sides to be able to get anything done. Terran, though, gonna try to get some barbed wire up while he can. Yeah, this barbed wire here is great from Amicia. I'd really like to see her push it out all the way to the edge of her territory, though. Yeah, it looks like she's starting to get there. Kind of getting that back barbed wire up just for the start. But the barbed wire is not going to be the end of the world for Terran Love. It's going to make it difficult if Amicia stays on this double high ground to get the vision up there. But if Amicia has units on just the regular high ground, then it should be pretty easy for Terran Love to get in and get a couple shots off. Alright, are we still dropping frames, is the question. Let me see. Yeah, looks like we are, ladies and gentlemen. So after this game, I might take a little stream break, reset the internet, see if that fixes it. Amicia trying to be really aggressive against this Fox, which is what you need to do, but her commander goes down, so now Terran Love is in a great spot to get some damage done, and he might actually be doing enough damage here to slowly be turning the tides of this game. Amicia, again, she just really doesn't have anything in her army in her deck to deal with this Fox. Reset the entire internet might take a while. Dude, I wish I could reset the entire internet. If I can't have internet, nobody can. Ah. All right, Amicia sells everything off. What's the play? Gonna try to run away and set up shop somewhere else, perhaps. But this Fox has been absolutely brutal from Terran Love. I thought she was going to get it in the early game a couple times, man. It got down to like 8 HP. But it's still in play, and it might be too much damage at this point. Yeah, the commander dying a few times really hurts, for sure. That gave Terran Love the opportunity to get a lot of extra damage in with that Fox. And it looks like Amicia is going to tap out, and Terran Love will take the match. Alright, guys. Unfortunate stream break while I reset maybe my laptop and the internet and see if I can get this going again. So I apologize, you guys, but let me see if I can fix the whole drop in frames issue. So I'll be back maybe 5 or 10 minutes.